Did you know that the foods you eat before bed could actually help reduce inflammation and ease arthritis pain? If you're one of the millions of Americans struggling with stiff joints, swelling, or chronic discomfort, what you eat in the evening may make a bigger difference than you think. Research shows that certain mineral-rich foods, packed with magnesium, potassium, and calcium, can help your body fight inflammation while you sleep, support joint health, and even improve mobility. In this video, I'll reveal 3 powerhouse foods that science suggests can calm inflammation and relieve arthritis pain naturally, so you can wake up feeling lighter, more flexible, and ready to move. Number 1. Beans and legumes. Beans and legumes have been among the most extensively researched foods in nutrition science, particularly for their role in reducing chronic inflammation, supporting mineral balance, and improving conditions such as arthritis. When people talk about eating mineral-rich foods before bed to flush inflammation and ease arthritis pain fast, beans and legumes deserve special attention, not because they work overnight like a drug, but because their nutrient density supports the body's natural repair and anti-inflammatory processes during sleep. Consumed consistently and thoughtfully, they can meaningfully contribute to joint comfort, reduced stiffness, and improved mobility over time. Beans and legumes include foods such as lentils, chickpeas, black beans, kidney beans, navy beans, soybeans, split peas, and mung beans. Across cultures, these foods have been dietary staples for centuries, and modern research continues to confirm why. One of their most important characteristics is their mineral richness, particularly in magnesium, potassium, iron, zinc, phosphorus, and manganese. These minerals play crucial roles in muscle relaxation, nerve signaling, immune balance, and cellular repair, functions that are especially relevant for people experiencing arthritis-related pain and inflammation. Magnesium is one of the most studied minerals in relation to inflammation and musculoskeletal health. It is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body and helps regulate muscle contraction, nerve transmission, and immune response. Research has consistently shown that low magnesium levels are associated with higher levels of inflammatory markers such as C-reactive protein, CRP. Beans and legumes are among the best plant-based sources of magnesium, making them particularly useful for people who struggle with muscle tightness around joints, nighttime cramps, or morning stiffness. Eating magnesium-rich foods like lentils or black beans in the evening may help promote muscle relaxation and nervous system calm as the body transitions into sleep, supporting overnight recovery. Potassium is another mineral abundantly present in beans and legumes, and it plays a key role in fluid balance, muscle function, and cellular health. In the context of arthritis, potassium may help reduce fluid retention and support proper muscle contraction around joints, which can influence pain perception and mobility. Diets low in potassium have been associated with increased inflammation and poorer cardiovascular and muscular outcomes. White beans, kidney beans, and black beans are especially high in potassium, making them valuable additions to an anti-inflammatory eating pattern. Iron is also relevant, particularly for individuals with inflammatory arthritis such as rheumatoid arthritis, who are at higher risk of anemia. Chronic inflammation can interfere with iron metabolism, leading to fatigue, weakness, and reduced physical function. Beans and legumes provide non-heme iron, which supports oxygen delivery and energy production. While plant-based iron is less readily absorbed than animal-based iron, consuming beans with vitamin C-rich foods, such as tomatoes, lemon juice, or bell peppers, significantly enhances absorption. Improved iron status can indirectly support arthritis management by reducing fatigue and improving overall resilience. Zinc, another mineral found in beans and legumes, plays a critical role in immune regulation, wound healing, and tissue repair. Inflammatory conditions often involve immune dysregulation, and zinc deficiency has been linked to increased inflammatory activity. Chickpeas, lentils, and kidney beans provide meaningful amounts of zinc, contributing to the body's ability to repair joint tissues and maintain balanced immune responses. Beyond minerals, beans and legumes are exceptionally rich in dietary fiber, which is one of their most powerful anti-inflammatory components. Fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria, leading to the production of short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, such as butyrate. These compounds have been shown to reduce systemic inflammation, improve immune regulation, and even influence pain signaling. Growing research highlights the gut-to-joint connection, suggesting that a healthier gut microbiome can lead to reduced inflammation throughout the body, including in the joints. Because beans are among the highest fiber foods available, regular consumption is strongly associated with lower levels of inflammatory markers. Beans and legumes also provide plant-based protein, which is essential for tissue maintenance and repair. Chronic inflammation and arthritis can increase protein needs, especially for preserving muscle mass and supporting joint structures. So far, many animal protein sources, legumes provide protein without high levels of saturated fat, which has been linked to increased inflammation. This makes them especially valuable in anti-inflammatory and Mediterranean-style dietary patterns, which consistently show benefits for arthritis symptoms. Another important aspect of beans and legumes is their content of polyphenol and antioxidants. Different varieties contain different bioactive compounds. For example, black beans are rich in anthocyanins, while chickpeas and soybeans contain isoflavones. These compounds help neutralize oxidative stress, which contributes to joint damage and inflammation over time. Oxidative stress is a known factor in the progression of both osteoarthritis and inflammatory arthritis, and diets rich in antioxidant-containing foods are associated with slower disease progression and reduced pain. The idea of eating beans and legumes before bed relates to how the body uses nutrients during sleep. Sleep is a critical period for immune regulation, tissue repair, and hormonal balance. Providing the body with slow-digesting carbohydrates, fiber, protein, and minerals in the evening can help stabilize blood sugar levels overnight and support repair processes. Different refined carbohydrates or sugary snacks, beans digest slowly, preventing sharp spikes and crashes in blood glucose that can trigger inflammatory responses. For some people, a small portion of beans or legumes in the evening can promote satiety and prevent late-night consumption of ultra-processed foods that worsen inflammation. That said, timing should be individualized. While beans can support overnight recovery, they can also cause bloating or gas in people who are not accustomed to high-fiber foods. This does not mean beans are harmful, rather, it reflects the need for gradual adaptation. Eating beans earlier in the evening, 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, often works better than consuming them right before sleep. Soaking dried beans, rinsing canned beans thoroughly, and cooking them well can significantly improve digestibility. Using digestive spices such as cumin, fennel, ginger, or turmeric can also help reduce discomfort. Among the most researched legumes, lentils stand out as particularly easy to digest and rich in magnesium, potassium, and protein. Chickpeas provide zinc, iron, and fiber and can be consumed in lighter forms such as hummus or salads. Black beans offer strong antioxidant support alongside fiber and minerals, while kidney beans and white beans are excellent potassium sources. Soybeans and edamame are unique in providing a more complete amino acid profile and contain isoflavones that may have additional anti-inflammatory effects. It is important to emphasize that beans and legumes do not flush inflammation instantly. Inflammation is a complex biological process influenced by diet, sleep, physical activity, stress, and genetics. However, extensive research shows that dietary patterns rich in legumes are associated with lower inflammatory markers, improved metabolic health, and reduced risk of chronic disease. For people with arthritis, consistent inclusion of beans and legumes can help reduce the overall inflammatory burden on the body, leading to less pain, improved mobility, and better quality of life over time. In conclusion, beans and legumes are among the most scientifically supported, mineral-rich foods for managing inflammation and supporting joint health. Their combination of magnesium, potassium, zinc, iron, fiber, protein, and antioxidants makes them uniquely effective as part of an anti-inflammatory diet. When eaten in the evening as part of a balanced meal, rather than as a heavy late-night portion, they can support overnight repair, stable blood sugar, and muscle relaxation, all of which are relevant to arthritis pain management. While they are not a cure and do not work overnight, their consistent inclusion represents one of the most evidence-based dietary strategies for easing inflammation and supporting long-term joint health. This helps you understand how food can naturally reduce inflammation and support joint health. Tap the like button to support more science-backed wellness tips. Number 2. Broccoli. Broccoli is one of the most thoroughly researched vegetables in nutritional science and is widely recognized for its powerful role in reducing inflammation, supporting joint health, and contributing to long-term arthritis management. As a member of the cruciferous vegetable family, broccoli contains a unique combination of minerals, vitamins, fiber, and bioactive compounds that work together to support the body's natural anti-inflammatory and repair processes. In the context of eating mineral-rich foods before bed to help ease arthritis pain, broccoli stands out not because it acts instantly, but because it provides nutrients that support overnight tissue repair, immune regulation, and metabolic balance during sleep. One of broccoli's most important components is sulforaphane, a sulfur-containing compound formed when broccoli is chopped or lightly chewed. Sulforaphane has been extensively studied for its ability to suppress inflammatory pathways in the body, including those involved in cartilage degradation. Research suggests that sulforaphane can inhibit enzymes that contribute to joint cartilage breakdown, making it particularly relevant for people with osteoarthritis. By slowing cartilage damage and reducing inflammatory signaling, sulforaphane supports joint preservation over time rather than offering short-lived symptom relief. Broccoli is also rich in essential minerals that are directly relevant to arthritis pain and stiffness. It provides meaningful amounts of potassium, which helps regulate fluid balance and muscle function. Proper potassium intake may help reduce fluid retention and swelling around joints, which can worsen stiffness and discomfort. Broccoli also contains calcium, a mineral critical for bone strength and structural support, especially important for individuals with arthritis who may already experience joint instability or bone density loss. In addition, broccoli contributes magnesium, a mineral involved in muscle relaxation, nerve signaling, and inflammation control. Magnesium deficiency has been associated with higher levels of inflammatory markers, and foods like broccoli help support adequate intake through natural dietary sources. Another key reason broccoli is beneficial for arthritis is its exceptionally high vitamin C content. Vitamin C is essential for the production of collagen, a structural protein that makes up cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. Inadequate vitamin C can impair connective tissue repair and increase vulnerability to joint damage. By supplying vitamin C in a whole food form, broccoli supports the maintenance and repair of joint tissues, especially during sleep when the body prioritizes cellular regeneration. Vitamin C also acts as a powerful antioxidant, helping neutralize oxidative stress that contributes to chronic inflammation and joint degeneration. Broccoli is also one of the best vegetable sources of vitamin K, a nutrient that plays a crucial role in bone metabolism and may help protect against cartilage deterioration. Vitamin K is involved in activating proteins that regulate calcium placement in the body, ensuring calcium supports bones rather than accumulating in soft tissues. Some studies have found that lower vitamin K levels are associated with increased osteoarthritis progression, making broccoli a valuable addition to a joint-supportive diet. In addition to its vitamins and minerals, broccoli provides a significant amount of dietary fiber, which indirectly influences inflammation through gut health. A growing body of research highlights the connection between the gut microbiome and systemic inflammation, including inflammatory joint conditions. Fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria, leading to the production of short-chain fatty acids that help regulate immune responses and reduce inflammatory activity throughout the body. By improving gut health, broccoli supports a lower inflammatory baseline, which can translate into reduced arthritis pain over time. The timing of broccoli consumption may also matter for some individuals. Eating broccoli in the evening can support the body's nighttime repair processes by supplying antioxidants, minerals, and anti-inflammatory compounds when the immune system is most active in tissue regeneration. Lightly cooked broccoli is generally easier to digest than raw, making it more suitable for evening meals. Steaming broccoli for a few minutes preserves sulforaphane potential while reducing digestive discomfort, which is important for sleep quality. Good sleep is itself a critical factor in pain perception and inflammation control, so foods that support restful sleep indirectly help arthritis management. It is important to note that broccoli does not flush inflammation instantly or eliminate arthritis pain overnight. Inflammation is a complex biological process influenced by diet, sleep, stress, physical activity, and genetics. However, extensive research shows that regular consumption of cruciferous vegetables like broccoli is associated with lower levels of inflammatory markers, improved metabolic health, and reduced risk of chronic inflammatory diseases. For individuals with arthritis, consistency matters far more than timing alone. Including broccoli several times per week as part of an anti-inflammatory eating pattern can gradually reduce inflammatory load and support joint resilience. Broccoli pairs especially well with healthy fats such as olive oil, which enhances the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin K and provides additional anti-inflammatory polyphenol. Combining broccoli with anti-inflammatory spices such as turmeric, ginger, or garlic can further amplify its benefits. For example, a lightly sautéed broccoli dish with olive oil and garlic eaten a few hours before bed can provide joint-supportive nutrients without overwhelming digestion. In summary, broccoli is one of the most scientifically supported vegetables for reducing inflammation and supporting joint health. Its unique combination of sulforaphane, potassium, magnesium, calcium, vitamin C, vitamin K, fiber, and antioxidants makes it particularly valuable for people seeking natural dietary strategies to manage arthritis pain and stiffness. While it is not a cure and does not provide immediate relief, regular inclusion of broccoli, especially as part of an evening meal aligned with good sleep habits, can support overnight repair processes, reduce chronic inflammation, and contribute meaningfully to long-term joint health and improved quality of life. Know someone dealing with joint pain or inflammation? Share this with them, it might help them feel better, one meal at a time. Number 3. Fatty fish. Fatty fish are among the most scientifically researched foods for reducing inflammation and supporting joint health, making them especially relevant for people seeking dietary strategies to ease arthritis pain. Fish such as salmon, sardines, mackerel, anchovies, trout, and herring are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, which have been extensively studied for their anti-inflammatory effects. So many nutrients that work indirectly, omega-3s directly influence inflammatory pathways by reducing the production of pro-inflammatory molecules such as prostaglandins and cytokines. This makes fatty fish one of the most evidence-backed foods for managing both osteoarthritis and inflammatory forms of arthritis, including rheumatoid arthritis. One of the key reasons fatty fish are so effective is their ability to lower systemic inflammation at the cellular level. Chronic arthritis pain is not only a result of mechanical joint wear but also of persistent low-grade inflammation. EPA and DHA are included into cell membranes, where they help regulate immune responses and reduce exaggerated inflammatory signaling. Numerous clinical studies have shown that higher omega-3 intake is associated with reduced joint pain, decreased morning stiffness, improved grip strength, and, in some cases, reduced reliance on anti-inflammatory medications. This positions fatty fish as a cornerstone food in anti-inflammatory and Mediterranean-style diets, both of which are consistently linked to better arthritis outcomes. In addition to omega-3s, fatty fish are rich in high-quality protein, which is essential for maintaining muscle mass and supporting joint stability. Arthritis often leads to reduced physical activity, which can result in muscle loss around affected joints, increasing pain and instability. Protein from fatty fish helps preserve lean muscle tissue and supports tissue repair. Consuming adequate protein in the evening may be particularly beneficial, as the body uses amino acids during sleep for muscle maintenance and repair processes. Fatty fish are also a valuable source of vitamin D, a nutrient strongly linked to bone health, immune regulation, and inflammation control. Vitamin D deficiency is common among people with arthritis and has been associated with increased pain severity, reduced physical function, and higher disease activity in inflammatory arthritis. Vitamin D plays a role in calcium absorption and bone remodeling, which is critical for joint integrity, especially in weight-bearing joints. Eating vitamin D-rich foods like salmon or sardines can help support adequate levels, particularly in individuals with limited sun exposure. Another important mineral provided by fatty fish is selenium, a trace mineral with antioxidant properties. Selenium is involved in the production of antioxidant enzymes that help protect cells from oxidative stress, which contributes to joint damage and inflammation over time. Some research suggests that lower selenium levels are associated with increased arthritis severity, making selenium-rich foods like fish a supportive dietary choice. Fatty fish also contain iodine, especially marine varieties, which supports thyroid function. Proper thyroid balance is important because thyroid disorders can influence inflammation and musculoskeletal pain. The idea of eating fatty fish before bed relates to the body's natural nighttime repair cycle. Sleep is a critical period for immune modulation and tissue regeneration, and providing anti-inflammatory fats and protein in the evening may help sustain these processes overnight. Omega-3 fatty acids have also been linked to improved sleep quality, possibly by supporting melatonin production and reducing inflammatory discomfort that interferes with restful sleep. Better sleep, in turn, is strongly associated with reduced pain sensitivity and improved arthritis outcomes. However, timing should be approached thoughtfully. While fatty fish can be beneficial in the evening, very large or heavy portions right before bed may cause digestive discomfort for some people. Consuming fatty fish as part of an early evening meal, 2 to 3 hours before sleep, is often ideal. Lighter options such as sardines or trout may be easier to digest at night than very rich preparations. Baking, steaming, or lightly sautéing fish in olive oil is preferable to frying, which can introduce pro-inflammatory compounds. Fatty fish also work synergistically with other anti-inflammatory foods. Pairing fish with vegetables rich in antioxidants, such as leafy greens or broccoli, enhances overall nutrient intake. Adding olive oil, herbs, garlic, turmeric, or ginger can further support inflammation reduction. For example, a dinner of baked salmon with steamed vegetables and olive oil provides omega-3s, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber in a balanced, joint-supportive meal that aligns well with nighttime recovery. It is important to emphasize that fatty fish do not flush inflammation instantly or cure arthritis. Arthritis is a complex condition influenced by genetics, immune function, lifestyle, and long-term dietary patterns. However, fatty fish are one of the few foods supported by strong clinical evidence for reducing inflammatory markers and improving arthritis symptoms when consumed consistently. Many studies show benefits with regular intake, typically 2 to 3 servings per week, rather than occasional consumption. In summary, fatty fish are among the most powerful, research-supported foods for managing inflammation and supporting joint health. Their unique combination of omega-3 fatty acids, high-quality protein, vitamin D, selenium, and other micronutrients directly targets the inflammatory processes underlying arthritis pain and stiffness. When included regularly in the diet, and especially when eaten as part of a balanced evening meal, fatty fish can support overnight repair, improve sleep quality, and help reduce chronic joint discomfort over time. While they are not a quick fix, their consistent inclusion represents one of the most effective and evidence-based dietary strategies for easing arthritis pain naturally. Managing arthritis pain and chronic inflammation is rarely about a single food or a quick fix. It is about building consistent, supportive habits that work with the body's natural healing systems. Mineral-rich foods such as beans and legumes, broccoli, and fatty fish stand out because they are backed by strong scientific evidence and provide nutrients that directly influence inflammation, joint integrity, muscle function, and immune balance. When eaten regularly and thoughtfully, especially as part of balanced evening meals that support restful sleep, these foods can help reduce inflammatory burden, ease stiffness, and support overnight tissue repair. While they do not flush inflammation instantly, their cumulative effects can be meaningful over time, leading to improved comfort, better mobility, and a higher quality of life. By prioritizing whole, nutrient-dense foods and pairing them with good sleep, gentle movement, and stress management, individuals with arthritis can take a powerful, natural step toward long-term joint health and sustainable pain relief. Don't miss out on more anti-inflammatory tips. Like, share, comment, and subscribe today.